voting as well. They defeat everyone in all of those online votes, so that's just how it goes. But yeah, best of one to kick off with here on Mirage as well. I think it's going to be great fun. I look forward to it.
Yeah, super excited to see what both these teams can bring to the server. Last time it was FURIA that came out ahead in both the series and in the best of one. So they'll be looking to try and repeat that success here as they hop into the pistol round here. FURIA starting on the T side.
Yeah, CLG Red, they just won that last game themselves, so you know they're not that far behind them. They've been warmed up a little bit. They seem ready. FURIA are going to try and look for something here at the B bomb site, but already jumping, and they're ready with nades as well. The timing is everything. Judy with a pretty good swing, but where are the follow-up nades? I think that grenade, it only tacked up easier. It might not be enough here. They're still slowed down on the entry getting into the bomb site, and it's a 4-on-4 to try and see if they can claim that bomb plant. Goose Breeder goes down. And just like that, it's a two-man loss here coming in. Kelsey's next, and Dai is on her own, out at the corner of Catwalk in a 1 versus 4. They didn't even go for the bomb plant until they were sure they'd cleaned up the whole bomb site. So great start for FURIA right now.
Yeah, this feels almost impossible for Dai. Have to pull off some miracles here if she wants to do this one with the USP. One player is low. There's 3, and they all know exactly where she is. No kit for her either. So has to find these heads. There is a kit all the way over at Market, but with that clock ticking down, it's just a matter of time before she gets cleaned up. And that started with, it looked like a pretty good stack there from CLG. They had 3 players on the site. There's that flash being set up by Emmy, but it actually catches off Yuli. And that prevents her from getting the kill here. You might even see this flash come through in a second. It fully blinds her, and in fact, that sets up izaa for that kill, and then the site is Furia's.
Yeah, and I appreciate the fact that FURIA went for the clean of the whole bomb site before they try to go for the bomb plant. It's a classic mistake you can make if you jump down there and you feel like, oh, we already got a couple of kills, so let's just go for it right now. And then there's a 3rd or 4th player hiding on the site somewhere. So yeah, some good caution, nice slowdown of the game, allowing for them to isolate all of the fights. And we're seeing the force up here in the 2nd round. A double scout and a bunch of pistols. It's, yeah, that seems to be what people like to do these days.
It's exactly what they did against GaBi earlier as well in that best of one, which they were able to secure, although it was a bit of a slow start from CLG, so they weren't able to convert that 4th round. So looking to maybe remedy that one here against FURIA. They got this 5-woman lean towards the B bomb site, but it looks like FURIA maybe are going to be giving that one a miss.
They're trying to find out this is the right way to do it. Yeah, Olga taking a D block, but oh, nice return. Goose Breeder taking down Olga to start the round with, but that's still FURIA still kind of getting what they wanted from it. They needed to figure out exactly what's going on, and now they're starting to shift their attention towards the A side of the map. CLG are trying to do the same rotation towards CT spawn. It's very, very hard to get into this round now, so I still think FURIA are in a decent position right here. Yeah, kaah's opening up a good couple of kills right there.
Yeah, Goose Breeder is able to find one of her own though, and has a smoke that can be deployed onto the bomb, but GaBi's finding Overwatch out from Palace, so now it becomes very difficult for this Scout and Galil to make anything happen, but Dai with a shot like that, that's a good start. Still needs to find 2 of these players though, and the clock ticking low. Gonna be hopping on the bomb, trying to bait something out here, but they have to be the perfect shots here. If she wants to do it, it's the tag. Both these players so low, but it is FURIA that do convert the 2nd.
It would have been real interesting if she had a diffuse kit somehow inside of that. I don't know why she would have in the 2nd round, but still, that could have been a lot of fun. Either way, some good damage put out there from CLG nonetheless. Going to be having to take a break in this upcoming round, obviously. So FURIA might get a chance to recover some of the losses that they had in that previous round. 2-0 start here for them. But a lot of damage coming out. I mean, that could have been a much worse round for FURIA. Especially at the end, if Dai would have found the player that was already low on health there in Connector, could have been an interesting 1 versus 1.
Not to be though. FURIA now off to a good start. CLG Red, they went 0-5 at the start of their map against kaahSENSEI and started to build it up in the later part of the half, but it was their T side that they really shone. So they're going to be wanting to get off to a good start on the CT, knowing that FURIA is maybe a bit of a different kettle of fish. This is just a cleanup crew here. Oh, cleanup crew, I say. Dai and Goose Breeder getting 2 kills with those PT50s. Now I know exactly where Goose is. She finds another one. That is huge value for money from that pistol. FURIA do find her in the end.
Yeah, just when it looked like they were getting wiped out, they actually did pick up a couple of frags. So that's quite interesting. It means FURIA, instead of building a large economy by winning the first 3 rounds, they're just kind of getting by. It's not so bad, but they could have been much, much better for the Brazilian side. So be interested to see if CLG can convert that into a little bit of a lead themselves. If they can win this round, they're not in such a bad position themselves. Dai's picked up the AWP already. Got Kara on the other side. It's definitely not to be underestimated. We saw that in the opening season as well.
She might need to warm up into this one. She looked a little bit off in the game versus Godsent, but she's off to a good start here. Opens up her account as well, onto a kill on KaahSENSEI too. They're going to be making their way onto the bomb site now. Dai's coming with an AWP of her own, trying to hold this gap, but nobody's presenting itself at the moment. And FURIA looking like they're in a good position to get that bomb down.
Yeah, gap not showing anything. Emmy though, what a double spray down. Set up with that flash on Yuli and Gooseberry. They're trying to go for the flank. That's a great idea. And there was a lot of action going on in CT spawn, so I can even understand why she might have thought that all of the attention would have been somewhere else, but they were still looking. GaBi gets one there, and it's still a 2-on-2 for this afterplant. They need to go right now, Lucy.
Emmy almost goes down there. Dai holding this angle. That's Kara removed. And the second player spotted. GaBi trying to swing out, trying to spam through the smoke. This player is so low, but she's gotten off the bomb, and there's just not enough bullets in the AK. Swaps to the Glock, but CLG Red, they can't find the bomb. They don't have a kit. They've got to run.
Oh, that's so tough. Yeah, no kit. I was wondering for a second if they were trying to look for one on the ground. Maybe there was one at the bomb site somewhere, but certainly been lost to time. And that's kind of a hard round to lose. Otherwise, a very good retake there for the CLG Red side, but just that one kit made all the difference in the world. I didn't even notice if they had one from the outset.
The money wasn't great going into this one. Some great shots. I mean, this is a fantastic setup from Emmy with that flashbang. And yeah, it was Kara with the AWP doing so much work, and all GaBi has to do is just stay alive there, and she wins the round.
Yeah, and she spent quite a bit of time jumping around. It took a long, long time before they could take her down. Now they definitely have a couple of kits picked up here, and they're going to try and see if they can put up a fight. They did save 2 of the rifles, obviously, so they want to make sure that FURIA don't feel too safe. And a bit of mid-control being attempted from the FURIA side. You see at least 3 players early on at top mid. Got a little bit of presence on the extremities of the map too, with I think Mari playing outside of the B-bomb site and GaBi playing in that palace. Yeah, so they have some pretty decent map control of FURIA. Waiting to see if CLG will try and push things a little bit further.
Speeder playing with fire there, trying to play around that AWP shot and just get away with her life. And Dai's repositioned as well. Looks like smoke comes through though to close her off. And this is a huge amount of presence from the CTs, and that's that flash setting up Gooseberry to swing out for a double kill. The bomb dropped as well. Emmy also there to support, and that was that set up there towards the CT side of mid, coming into play. Kara with this AWP, she's caught out, but is able to find a kill in the process. They're trying to flash in for more, but Kara, she doubles up, and now she can continue to aggress forward. There's still 3 CTs in this area, and Kara, she's just charging through with this AWP, has the bomb on her back. And now she moves into the 1-on-3. Knows these players around. A fantastic headshot onto KaahSENSEI. Looking now interconnected. 2 players here. That's the first. Kara has to find this last player. Dai has the AWP of her own. 20 seconds on the clock. Kara going for the aggressive peek here. Spots the angle, goes for the shot, but doesn't quite land it. Now she can run away and try and get this bomb down.
Absolutely huge round so far, and she's going to be far enough away. She'll get that bomb plant. Started to back up a little bit, but she's in position now. Gakes a jump for it. Dai will take her down. Oh, I wanted to believe that she could have done that. She hit some amazing shots in that sequence. Oh, that must be a scary moment for CLG Red. Even if they win the round, they have to be thinking that's a hard aimer that we're up against here.
That got so close, and then there were such difficult shots too, just so much pressure on, couldn't miss a single shot here and hits every... That one's absolutely filthy, by the way, but I mean, we saw an ace clutch from Kara back in the semi-finals, right?
True.
That was one of the sort of demoralizing factors against CLG Red.
She's 11-3 right now, and we're really only just getting started on the map, so... Some rounds, I mean, you lose them, but you could even tell, I think, on the camera shot afterwards, she didn't look like she was frustrated. She was kind of laughing a little bit, saying, well, you know, I almost did take all of them down, so whatever. Very expensive round as well for CLG, even winning it, so yeah, they're going to have to really take a deep breath to try and focus all of their attention to these upcoming rounds, because if they slip off now, FURIA are going to have such an amazing first half.
FURIA and the T side are a beast to be reckoned with. Such an aggressive team, as the desk highlighted. And they're going to be aggressing straight out onto A side here. A bit of a palace pop here, but kaahSENSEI tucked in is in a good position, but these blocks are doing damage. That's 2 kills found already, guns that can be recovered, and a bomb that can be planted, even an AWP that has been collected. That could be the difference here. izaa poking out here, doesn't quite connect the shot. She can reposition though to CT. This AWP, even without armor, even pick up a flashbang that she can throw out, making this so difficult, but now she's put into this 1-on-3.
Oh, nice reposition behind the smoke. I don't think they realized, ooh, that bullet, I don't know, it must have been so close. That reposition to get away from that ticket booth is super smart behind the smoke because they definitely were not expecting it. That's a nice move. Again, they only lose 2 players in this round, but it easily could have been a third right there. So dangerous for what they brought into it. Just some Glocks and a lot of speed behind it.
Not letting CLG rest on their laurels after that round victory prior. Not letting them build up that bank account either, keeping that CT economy in check. And off that bomb plant, they're going to be in a pretty good position going into this one. They can get the AWP back out on Kaah again, even if it is light with the utility, and we've seen what she can do with that one so far. So that's a pretty critical round. Firing a shot early on towards Dai in mid. She's going to be holding this one. There's no smoke blocking her vision. Ooh, kill does present itself, but not quite able to land it. In fact, getting a bit of damage to herself in the process.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting because Kaah was behind Olga, so I thought maybe they'd try and swing almost at the same time to try and revenge anything that might happen. izaa opening up a huge kill, taking down gooseBreeder and oh, they're going to keep going in the middle. They're winning every single fight in here. That's 3 kills going FURIA's way. And remember, the economy for that CLG Red team is already completely blown up from having had some real close rounds so far. So this is going to be a lot of trouble. They can't even really escape without getting caught here. Oh, they're being found all over the map.
And not being given an easy path out here. That was great, you know, that aggression in towards mid, baiting out the shot from Dai, keeping them on check, keeping them occupied in towards mid, and then the A hit comes through, they find the openers there and just exploit it. And now hunting this AWP of Dai, she really wants to hold on to that one. We know what she can do, but izaa is not going to let her do that.
Fist bumps all around. That is I mean, not just winning the round, obviously, that happened quickly. That was a decisive round victory in the middle, but then finding all of the guns afterwards. Yeah, that one could have maybe gone either way, but some of these kills here are absolutely huge. We talked a little bit about Olga coming into the game as someone who's definitely going to be worth watching on this FURIA side. And that is, yeah, that's definitely true. Only a couple of kills on the board so far. It's been mainly izaa and Kaah that have been opening up some of these rounds. Now it's back to pistols again on the CLG Red side. And it's going to be Mari instead opening up some nice kills onto that A ramp. Yuli and gooseBreeder left.
I think the scary thing here, if you're CLG Red, is the fact that Olga... Oh, jeez, Mari. Oh, Dave. Closes it out the young with the Glock. Style.
She just went running for them. It is against pistols, but we still count it. That's not bad at all.
But yeah, Olga, not really needing to do anything yet, and that's scary, right? If Kaah and izaa are out there firing on all cylinders and Olga doesn't need to frag, that's terrifying for CLG.
They have more in reserve if they need it, that's definitely true. The kind of opening that Kaah brings to the match, we saw it in that previous attempted clutch, but that's also terrifying. It's something that they're going to have to deal with too. She can do that definitely in more than just a 1 round. Ooh, a little bit off timing there on the swing around the corner, and it's another double opening. And this time Olga is involved, taking down Dai against that AWP. Yuli trying her best, but she is so sandwiched into the bomb site. Oh, she comes out swinging and taking down Mari. That helps out. 2 versus 2 now as the bomb is being planted.
Maybe getting a little bit over-eager with some of the aggression across the map there, but they are able to get that bomb down. They know at least one of these CTs is posted up in towards market, which is on lock, and Kaah with that AWP in the post plant is going to be a vital piece of this. kaahSENSEI making a lot of noise here. Olga holding this line for when she comes out, that utility making it clear. gooseBreeder is going to come straight into the crosshair of Olga. 2 clean headshots, looking as sharp as ever. We mention her name and she steps up.
Yeah, nice round right there. Close one for CLG, and given the money, that's the kind of round they really badly needed to win. There's no doubt about it. A flashbang at that corner maybe would have helped out, but it's also kind of tricky to throw on the CT side because you could be giving up the game as well with the noise that's being made from that pin being pulled. So very, very unfortunate start to the last couple of rounds here for CLG. And they're taking a timeout. That makes sense, given how this is playing out right now. It seems like FURIA have a lot of momentum.
Yeah, 5-round deficit now. And FURIA close to already taking the first half here early on, 7 rounds for them. So good decision to take this pause. Use 2 of those already. You can see they know how important this is. If they can, the winner of this already automatically qualifies into the semifinals. And this is a tough group. You know, you've got MIBR and you've got Godsend, who showed a lot in that opening match. So you really do want to win this one.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, get out as soon as you can so that you're not left fighting in one of those dreadful elimination games, because that is, I mean, the added pressure of doing that is just no fun at all. So hopefully they can keep up here. 7-2, and we're leading into round number 10. And this economy here for CLG Red has really become a bit of a focal point for at least the story in the first half. They're having a difficult time. We've seen Die with that AWP. We know she can do so much with it, but not when you can't afford it. That is, at a minimum, something you have to be able to do. Stack up with the A-bomb site. Why not?
Yeah, the rounds CLG Red have won have not been with plenty of players alive. Now with just the upgraded pistols, FURIA doing a good job of avoiding this one, making their way towards B. That bomb going to be going up into apps, and it's going to be an open bomb site here. CLG Red will probably give this one a look in, try and do some damage, maybe recover some rifles, but should be a FURIA round.
Yeah, set up a position, you're right, that's a good idea. Just get the exits if you can. You need the rifles a lot more than FURIA. Ooh, there's a C-set 75 at range. Emmy able to take down kaahSENSEI. Not necessarily a bad start to it. Still, that rifle's a bit deep to try and run in and pick up. They have a smoke, so actually now they might be able to. That'd be huge.
No kit, so the chance of actually going for anything here is minimal. You can see Emmy picking up the AWP, wants to get out with that lovely gun gear that she's acquired. And that's a pretty clean round from FURIA, just losing 1 player. No one really dying here. They can keep the armor on the CLG Red squad if a few of them stay alive. If they do, it doesn't look like FURIA want to let that happen. Going to be hunting on their way out.
Yeah. But that is, I think a couple of times now FURIA have avoided some of the stacks that have been going on. So also just a good read of the game can get very interesting if you start running those stacks. We've seen that already early on Mirage, so you don't want to be having that happen once again if you're on the FURIA side. That's not something you're interested in. They save the AWP and bring it into the next round, and that's a small kind of victory. That's not bad for the CLG Red side, but if they want to change the first half here, if they want to have a say, it's pretty much now or never, because otherwise it's going to be too late. Already on that A ramp, and look at who's pushing up into connector. Olga wants to go for the opening. Die will take her down, but it's a quick trade. Die will have to step up and swing this bat one more time, because they're all going to be coming for her pretty quickly. Emmy is there, and what a shot from Die, taking down Mari right at the edge of the box. That's everything they needed.
You're playing around triple here and just keeping them occupied. They're not able to come out onto the site. You can see the peppering being done by the rest of the CTs, chipping them all down low. And now izaa and GaBi left in this 2-on-1. Now it's just GaBi. No HP for her either. And that round felt good. It felt like CLG Red made some changes there. They went for the aggressive peek into ramp. See if GaBi can do something before I start talking out how great that round was. But yeah, it felt like up until this point, CLG Red had been playing by FURIA's strat book. They were dictating the plays. Bit of a change up here. It felt like CLG Red maybe went for a bit more of an aggressive play, felt more comfortable doing so.
And it always just emotionally feels better when you get a triple like this for Die with a stolen AWP. That's something about that where you're like, maybe they would never be able to afford it otherwise. So nice to see her put it to good use. That is, yeah, that's maybe going to slow FURIA down just a bit. They still have so much money in the bank even after this buy. Die, whoa! Just catching the tracer through the smoke, and Olga is down.
That's a fantastic opener there, and there's such a lean here towards the B site. 3 CTs over here because of that jump across with the AWP. See kaah maybe thinking better of her aggressive position here. Even going to get smoked off, so AWP not able to bring out anything in response.
Good discipline to see CLG not going for the jump back there. It feels like minimal risk, but when there's already an ob train on that corner, it actually can be quite lethal. Instead, they boost their way up and just go hide in the corner. So that's a It's a sensible approach right now. It's looking like it could be another A crunch, which, if they're successful in window, GaBi could be put to great use on that A ramp right now.
Yeah, Goose's decision-making here is huge. If izaa can find this opening, the head almost presents itself, but not quite able to find the kill. GaBi going to be coming out here. izaa, that's that activation, but not quite able to find kaahSENSEI. Does the damage, but can't quite close it out. GaBi at ramp, able to get one of her own. The damage done to her as well. And this bomb, it's still in towards mid. They haven't committed either way here, trying to find a way into this bomb site. Smoke here might be the answer. They can flash through here, but sitting in the smoke is goosebreeder. She's going to maybe charge out through this one, waiting for some sort of trigger to activate. Alright, with that bomb, that might be it. As soon as that goes down, Goose, she's going to be swinging through, and that's the kill for her. Kaah now, we've seen what she can do in these clutches, but it's a 1v3.
Oh, she is quick with the scope, but yeah, 1 versus 3, you're right, and only 15 seconds as well, so it should not be winnable, and Emmy will take her down. It's another round on the board for CLG Red, and a really important one, and some good discipline at the end to not take the fight to Kaah. I mean, that's the only way she can win the round, if they try to run her down, so you have to appreciate that. CLG Red coming alive a little bit more here towards the end of the half. It had to be now, basically. They're running out of time.
Yeah, it's a critical kill for kaahSENSEI as well. If she goes down in there towards stairs, that opens up the A site completely. She's the anchor player there, the only one that's kind of within the site. The rest are out towards CT. Her finding that kill, staying alive is everything. It slows down that assault. And you can see FURIA get a little bit flustered. GaBi's trying to find the opening and not quite able to do it. Signs of life here from CLG Red, starting to bounce back, but still, FURIA have already got the 8 rounds, which makes it a little scary.
That is a lot on the T side to start with, so they're not going to be super upset no matter what happens here. But I think surely from a momentum point of view, if CLG can start to run it back and win, you know, the rest of the rounds here, if they can get up to 6 or 7 rounds in the first half, that still must feel like, all right, we could have been wiped out, and now instead we're actually doing a pretty decent job.
They only lost one T side against kaahSENSEI. So I think they do feel confident on that T side, but certainly want a few rounds to be working with. Oh, the smoke, it just blocks the vision. Oh, but she's up close here. It doesn't get spotted. Using that to her advantage. That's the opening kill onto goosebreeder. Now she can just be a huge nuisance in towards jungle.
Look at how much space she's taken and creating into this bomb site. Smoking off jungle, keeps pushing, and the rest of the team can follow in behind her. So this is great. She's paving the way for the victory on this bomb site. They take down Yuli as well. kaahSENSEI calling it out. Oh, but against that AWP, there's not much to do. Dai stepping up. Kaah is absolutely ready for that challenge. It's going to be another good double kill. She is 16 and 7 right now, which is absolutely wild.
Great stuff to see from her. She had a rough first map against MIBR. It was a 9-17 scoreline, so almost inverting that here, and the first half's not even closed.
And I mean, that could, sometimes that is the case with those domestic matchups, right? It just somehow hits differently. There's something else that's on the line other than just sort of trying to win the match itself. kaahSENSEI, I don't think there's anything she really could do. So hanging around is not a bad choice. Sometimes hiding almost in plain sight is the way to go. So, well, it's going to be another round. 9-4 of CLG as we move into the last couple of rounds here. This is still FURIA with all of the wind in their sails.
Small consolation for CLG is that at least they've got a good bit of economy here. They can bring out the AWP. They've managed to build up over the last couple of rounds, but don't want to be conceding that 9th. It gets very scary, particularly if you give the T side those double digits early on. That feels a bit insurmountable going into the T half when you're up against that double digit.
Yeah, it really does. And FURIA, because they also seem to be really momentum-based, if they come out like that, if they come swinging in the second half and they win the pistol, then that is just not a lot of a buffer. So that's got to be in the back of their minds too. Decent nade. And obviously an even better kill to start with, taking down Olga at the beginning of the round. That's got to feel great.
It's good to see the AWPers shining on both sides here, Dai with that opener. And Julie, she's got one of her own as well, holding that one over on the B side as the anchor there. Haven't seen the double AWP come out yet. See if it has any effect, although it is mid where the action looks to be taking place here. Emmy holding the lightning connector. That is rewarded on a platter. Mari as well walks into her crosshair. Now it's just the 2 players of FURIA, Kaah and GaBi. 2 of the stars. This might be a bridge too tall to grab. Oh, Dai missing a shot there. And Kaah, she's going to punish it.
Yeah, I like that attempt actually to dive down into the middle, get out of the shot, but just couldn't quite do it. A little bit of a fight here as CLG goes down. And somehow they made their way back in. What is that, a 2-1-4 into a 2-1-2? But look at, yeah, kaahSENSEI, she knows. She hears some of those steps in the middle. 40 seconds. CLG, they're quite far apart from each other, but they might have the element of surprise with kaahSENSEI being that far up in the hallways. We'll see. It looks like FURIA want to head to the B-bomb side.
It's all on Goose here, just tucking in here towards apps. If she finds one, that might be enough, but if she can double up, that is huge, and they're just going to be charging straight to her. Knives out, they're delivered. It's an easy kill for her. Car now brought down low, doesn't quite hit the quick scope. And that's going to be CLG Red fighting back here, getting up to 5 and slowly closing that deficit.
Real important for that one, and just obviously using the audio, and FURIA felt like they had to go quick to try and make the play work here. Some important kills for Dai. This double for Emmy right here is obviously, that's a pivotal point in the round. Otherwise, it could have gone horribly wrong. Yeah, they need every single thing they can get. So getting up to 5, a chance for 6 if they can pull this one through.
Once again, the double AWPs. kaahSENSEI going for an aggressive peek here. Kelsey's good for the trade once Olga finds it. So we're immediately into the 4-on-4, though Dai, she's going to make quick work of GaBi in towards Palace. And they're just going to be making a quick aggression outside of ramp here, moving fast, trying to find a gap here, knowing that there's at least one player down, but Kelsey's tucked in, trying to play trigger discipline here, and she is able to find one kill. So much damage done to her though, but it doesn't matter. All her teammates are doing the work for her, and before you know it, all of them are dead, and it's a 6th round for CLG Red.
That is definitely not bad. Emmy again coming to the rescue at the end of the round, so you got to appreciate that. Great first half for FURIA. They're going to be happy with that. We'll see if they can continue the second half. It's coming up after the break.
Of course, we have this expectation to go to finals, but like in Dallas, we had kind of 3 goals, and we just have to reach the first to think in the next one. So, for example, we had these 3 goals again. That is the first one go to the semifinals. So our focus now is just going to the semifinals. Then we're going to think about the finals. So. But of course, we have the expectation to go to the finals, and if we can bring this one map, we can be champions. So we know we have this potential, and we are going to fight for it.
FURIA come out swinging here in this grudge match against CLG Red. 9-6 the scoreline as they go into the CT side on Mirage.
Yeah, they had a very, very good fight. Honestly, it could have been even more than that. The fact that it kind of gets cooled down to a 9-6 scoreline feels like CLG had to struggle a lot to have that happen. FURIA, they looked red hot coming to this best of one. Ka ending the first half at 17-9, which is absolutely ridiculous. So if they keep up like that, CLG Red are going to have a very hard time holding on to it. But now they get to dictate the pace of the game a little bit more. They're playing on the T side, and they're looking to maybe do a little bit of a run towards the catwalk, it could be. This might just be a distraction from GaBi.
Murray, she's falling for it, trying to find this kill. Olga, she's dinked down early on, so is Ka. That's both of these defenders over towards this side of the map. Really just going to continue just charging down here with the pistol, trying to find this kill, but the USPs, they're reigning supreme. There's just the 2 Ts left, and now before I can say it, it's Kelsey all alone now in a clutch. Has managed to get at least 1 kill, but not able to find any more. The USPs reign supreme.
It's a classic example of a strategy that actually is super cool from the CLG Red side, but that strategy still has to be helped a little bit by some opening kills, and especially when they're that deep in the B-bomb side. Yeah, that's unfortunate, but I love the idea, and they actually sold it really well. They had a smoke to top connector, then they have GaBi running in to make some noise at A, then they have a Molotov for the window. They have it all set up. It's a really good strategy for CLG Red, but yeah, they just needed maybe 1 more kill at the B-bomb side. I guarantee that round looks different.
Yeah, if they weren't Glocks and those dings that actually kill people, it would have been a different story. Ka now trying to farm up some money here. All of this stuck quickly being dispatched of. Olga getting a couple of kills with FAMAS. The MP9's when they want to get the kills, although not going to be the case. Has to be the FAMAS that closes it out, but still a fairly clean round there, only losing the 1 player, and now we get the real guns out. Now we get the show.
Yeah, and this is a really critical round coming out now for the CLG Red side. If they want to slow down the FURIA train, which hasn't really seemed possible up until this point, but if they want to do it, then now is definitely the round to pick it up before they start to pick up some of the really heavy weapons. Certainly before Ka starts to pick up that AWP, because that's something you just want to avoid at all costs. You can't afford it yet. So they have a little bit of a window right now where they have the better weapons with the AKs, and they're going to try and put it to good use. GaBi comes charging through with a flashbang behind it. That is a nice setup. Yeah, Olga, I don't think she could have seen anything there. I think she was so flashed.
Yeah, they knew Olga was in there as well. You can see the aggression they were trying to play there to punish her, but Ka's able to get a response kill here. So they do get the woman advantage after all of that fray in towards mid. Ka trying to keep a lockdown towards window. We saw against kaahSENSEI how much GaBi like to abuse window, trying to find openings to exploit, getting boosted up into there. Not going to get the opportunity this round though.
And that's set up with the MP9 in the corner. If izaa can make enough of a distraction, and she has a smoke and a flashbang, and if she can just create a little bit of space there, that MP9 can wreck the whole team coming into it. So let's just see. Keeps jumping now, she realizes, and waits it out for a second. Couple of shots here, but again, she does have some age to work with. She's taken so much attention away. Great follow-up from GaBi, but they still lose a player that they maybe couldn't afford getting into it. GaBi going down, and now Dai is on her own. 1 versus 3, trying to fight it out. She's got 1 player locked in the corner, maybe izaa, but look at the patience here. She knows that Dai is the one that has to get down on the low ground, and yeah, she's exploiting that. Great move from izaa. This is one of the things we talked about earlier, Blair and I, a little bit, is sometimes it's also important to know when not to fight. And izaa absolutely playing that well. That was really good.
And that could be something when you've got the momentum, if you are a team like FURIA that is so aggressive that you feel a little too confident. You can go for those overpeaks. So it's good to see that they are bringing that in. They know what's on the line here. They know that if they win this map, that's their ticket into the semifinals, and they do not want to miss that train.
Yeah, and you wonder, you wish you could have some comms listening, because you wonder, there's got to be some authority in the team. Someone has to be able to shout that out in that moment and say, just calm down, calm down. I think you're absolutely right. Yeah, when you're winning this much, it's hard to convince yourself to take a deep breath and just stand in a corner and wait it out, but they absolutely did it, so very cool. Yeah, they're starting to take some heavy steps towards that finish line. 12-6 right now, and CLG Red not getting the same momentum here early on in the second half.
It was their T side that was their strongest against kaahSENSEI though, so I don't want to write them out too yet, although this round might be a tricky one. The Deagles, Tech9 and the Galil, all they have to do the job with. Ka with that AWP on the CT side as well, so I'm excited to see where she takes that one, if she can continue to put on the show that she has so far.
If they go right now, they actually have a pretty good shot at it. It's Mari who's holding over at the ticket booth, and down towards connector, Olga is hanging around. She has a Molotov though, so it could slow them down a bit, but it's not a bad pitch. They've waited maybe just long enough. You can see GaBi started to make her way back, so the window is closing quickly right now for CLG. GaBi and Mari each picking up a kill, and that is going to make things very, very tough here. 3 versus 5.
So many bullets for Mari here, that M4A for finding the kills. Oh, good spread. In fact, a couple of kills going back and forth here. Put it into the 2-on-2. Can get that bomb down, potentially retrieve a rifle. With those smokes still up. Yeah, Goosepreader gets her hands on the Galil. Doesn't have any armor behind it. And it's an AWP and an M4 on the retake. A smoke in the hands of Ka. Goosepreader's making her way all the way around on a flank towards ramp as well.
This is a very deep play. Oh, she's going to come back again. All right, I thought actually she was going to run all the way into the middle, but Kelsey, she snuck past and she'll get the kill on Ka. What a surprise. Olga now fighting, and she's about to get shot in the back, surely. I don't think she's going to be able to win this one. Yes, she's realized now. She's locked in. Great double for Kelsey. She's had a bit of a rough first half herself. That was her 8th kill right there, but she absolutely locked it down.
That's a sick round from CLG Red. They just have the upgraded pistols and they make it work, just exploiting those openings, getting the trade kills, and then that's just a big brain rotate there from Goosepreader. Gets the bomb down, makes it all the way from the site to Palace, back down towards a ramp. And you can see they had no idea where any of these players were. And Kelsey as well, just playing around the side boxes with that Desert Eagle, exploiting the timing to find that kill under Ka, who's just got the AWP. Fantastic stuff. She was the top-rated T-sided player at Dallas, so it's good to see her starting to wake up here.
Yeah, definitely. They need that. They need that right now. And once again, it's a round where Ka doesn't have the AWPs. That is something, a little bit of a silver lining, it feels like, for CLG, that they could avoid that at least for a bit here in the second half. Eventually, I'm sure they'll be able to pick it up. And they're very, very cognizant of the fact that it could be an aggressive round. Out of Furia, again, they're a pretty aggressive team, so I don't blame them for waiting this out. You don't want to lose a round like this just to some kind of a double push into Palace or anything like that. Just keep an eye out. You have time, and they haven't seen anything yet, so we'll see where they go with it.
Yeah, this is a make it or break it round. You can see Furia, they've had to force into this one with a couple of FAMASs and MP9 around those rifles, so it's not the ideal buy. If they lose this one, they're going to have to eco the next. Critical they find these openers. Olga trying to get one there. She is able to do it. No trade either. Is brought low, and Mari, she's able to find one as well. Huge kills here for the CTs, and this is this window aggression that Goosepreader is known for. But you can see Olga, she might have a read on this.
Yeah, inside of the smoke. They don't know. None of them know right now. Oh, this is so scary. When that smoke fades, Goosepreader, she might be in a lot of trouble. She has no way of knowing. And Olga, the trigger discipline, looking for the AWP, spins around. That is still worth it. She did a lot of damage right there. That is some big brain play coming out too. 2 versus 3 here, and Yuli getting shot at the back by izaa. Leaves Goosepreader in a 1 versus 3. And they have a pretty good read on this one. Yep, she's going to get caught. Nice finish to this round. And Olga, absolutely worth getting that AWP out of the round.
Yeah, I think it really says that Furia have definitely been doing their research, right? It feels like they kind of expected Mirage to potentially be the map here, given it was the closest affair. They said on the desk, you know, we don't expect Vertigo to come out. We don't expect Dust 2 just because they were such one-sided affairs. So Mirage is a logical choice for this best of one. And yeah, just the reads then, knowing that Goose maybe has a bit of a penchant to go for these aggressive plays in towards window. And I love that trigger discipline. Even though it doesn't get the second kill, it pretty much confirms the round with Ka going down. With Die going down, sorry.
Yeah, and she had a FAMAS, you know, so in a different round where it's an M4 or an AK, I mean, she probably does get both the kills right away. The FAMAS just is a tricky weapon to do that with, and I still think it's worth it. Almost taking down 2 players, but especially picking off that AWP in the middle, because it opens up the rest of a team. They can move around in A or over in catwalk. They don't have to worry about getting picked off in the same way, so definitely still very good. 13-7. 3 more rounds, Lucy, and they're going to be able to put a stop to CLG. Not knock them out of the tournament, but still kind of cool them off again. And this is the grudge match. This is what we're talking about.
You can see Furia, they're definitely here with the vengeance. 6-round lead here. CLG Red have fully invested into this one. A couple of Galils and a MAC-10 around those rifles. They're going to be making a quick play out towards A here. Ka has been brought low early on, but Olga has found the opening onto Emmy. Mari here with this M4 is playing close as well, trying to get this kill into Kelsey if she baits it out, but not going to be jiggling that corner, and CLG Red, they're not really getting the opportunity for the bomb plant, but with gooseberry aggressing towards CT, that might now give them the side.
Did they see on the radar that Marius? It looked like that was such an intentional hard peek coming through from gooseberry that it's a little bit shocking. Still a 4-on-4, of course, and he's out of the round. Kaah's going to get traded right away. They keep on flashing that CT spawn, try to make sure that no one is going to feel safe there. And this is a little bit of a difficult retake right here. 3 versus 3, sure, but they're a little bit disjointed right now. Dai looking, she can see the shadow of that gun barrel. She knows someone's up there. Oh, that's a flick and a half to take down izaa, and kelsey will close out the round. They needed this so badly, CLG. It still feels like they're just only hanging on, but this is important.
The way they approached that side take was great as well. They didn't overcommit. They lost the opening kill there from Olga, found the kill into Emmy, and then I think you might have been right. I think kelsey maybe jiggling out towards Palace gave that bit of a radar hint, and then Goose was able to just hard swing it. As soon as they got CT control, that allowed them to get the bomb down and feel comfortable with that post plant. So good stuff from CLG Red, bouncing back, and now it's put Fury into the force.
Yeah, the tables have turned a little bit. This isn't... This feels like it could be the first time maybe in this map where CLG can actually feel like they're in control of what's happening. If they can make it through this round, that is, it's a big if, because those Deagles can still be very powerful, so don't want to be too ahead of ourselves either. Mari's here. Oh, she didn't even touch the ground. Olga with the follow-up. Oh, no.
Bomb, it's been dropped as well. It becomes so difficult to recover. All the CTs now swarming to the A side. They know they have the bomb here, and they know that the Ts have to be aggressing out here. Dai with his AWP has to be good for the kill, but the Molotov's even going to force her backwards as well. Yuli now looking for the opening here. A smoke can be dropped 2 players in towards Palace. It's not a position you really want to be trying to fight your way out from.
No, you're right. That's a huge choke point. You're going to be very careful. Dai missing the opportunity, and Olga's going to hunt her down with the MAC-10 instead. Kelsey fighting for her life out here, and yeah, she was so low behind that. Olga's doing all the work in this round. Triple right now. Started with the dual headshot, and then 2 MAC-10 kills to follow it up. Yuli on her own.
This reminds me exactly of a round from the Godsent CLG game we saw earlier on, where it was 5 Desert Eagles from Godsent. They had a stack towards the A site, and they were able to stop CLG Red with those rifles. Feels like against the Pistols, they're their own worst enemy here, just not having the spacing for those trades. And now Yuli trying to piece this one together, but with 20 seconds on the clock, it's incredibly difficult.
Yeah, I don't know if this is really going to be doable. It is just a scout waiting, but she was already low on health, and GaBi will take her down. One step closer now for FURIA. Up to 14, and a huge shock, obviously. CLG, as you just said, we cursed them. It's a classic. This was their moment to feel a little bit safe, but with headshots like that, I don't know, no one's going to be feeling safe.
Lovely Deagle shots, winning the round, and then the recovered MAC-10 even getting a bit of extra cash there for Olga, so she'll be very happy after that one. And now off the back of that, CLG Red up against map point. They have to play with pistols.
So rough, isn't it? They have 3 HEs, so they're going to try and see if they can nuke this window, or maybe connector instead. Not really getting what they wanted out of it, but I appreciate it. Anytime there's a grenade stack, it always makes me a little bit happy. Olga, she's on the warpath herself, taking 3 kills in the middle, actually quad kill for the end of the round. Wow, she's come alive, and that's really, you said it earlier, the fact that Olga didn't have to do anything and they're already winning, and now she's joined the rest of them, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, joining her teammates towards the top of the scoreboard now, as her fans say, Tropa de Olga. The Olga's troop, I believe, is the translation of that one with the little puppy emoji. Spam those ones in the chat if you're a FURIA fan. I think FURIA are going to be pretty happy here. Now they're up to map point. CLG Red have an opportunity to try and call this one back. She's going to be the rifles Dai. She was the most impactful player, and she doesn't have that AWP.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. They need 7 in a row. Their chance to do it might have already passed. They had that round against the Deagles, and that was their opportunity to build the real comeback. Now every round is going to be a struggle. kaah's picking up the early shot here in the round, taking down gooseberry. And look at this advanced position.
2 players in here towards ramp. Even if Olga goes down, the second player can swing out. And that's exactly what's going to happen. Mari activates and gets one of her own. Olga tries to go for the re-aggression though. Juli's able to get 2. But now it's just Emmy now in a 1 versus 3 to keep CLG Red in this winners match. As an AK, no utility, and an AWP shot fired up from short to keep her on notice.
She's trying, but She's made it past the first part. I thought she was going to get shot in the back for sure. Bomb is all the way down to the A ramp, so I'm not sure if there's a way to go over and get it. She has to cross the bomb site, and she's almost already sandwiched in. Again, some good discipline on izaa, though, not fighting too much.
Yeah, I love the passiveness here from FURIA there. They're not over-peaking, not getting too eager, not delivering this kill. Emmy has to clear all these angles, and it's so difficult. And she's not quite able to find it. The 1v3 does not go her way, and it's FURIA advancing off the winner's match.
Yeah, they have their number right now, it feels like. This is becoming an interesting story between these two teams. And at FURIA, they're building a little bit of a story that's is a great one for them, obviously. CLG Red, otherwise one of the big names in the tournament. They were last time as well, so this is interesting.
Yeah, it's a spooky group B.